thought you were going to ask me about the game. Okay. Yeah, as you see him, he's here. There are still a few formalities to get everything concreted, but really happy to have him. I know the player really well. He's an exceptional footballer, and he's someone that is going to bring as well another competitive edge to that dressing room.
There's been lots of talk about playing midfield or left back. I mean, where do you envisage him?
Both. He can play in both. He was a natural number 10 early in his career, and we converted it into a left back, which can do a lot of things that we want in our way of playing, and that versatility is something that is going to be important for the team because we have other players in that position that are more specific fullbacks. So, really happy.
Mikel, yeah, very good signing. More to come before the window closes?
I don't know. It's what we have today, and as well we have a large squad, so we have to make some decisions as well on the players that we're not going to be using consistently and be fair and straight with them, and that's a process that's going to start very soon as well.
So it could be busy without fans over the next few weeks.
We have to. We have a big squad, and now we have to make things happen.
James?
Can I just ask you about that versatility, Mikel? A lot of the players you brought in this summer, you know, if you think of Fabio or Gabriel and now Zinchenko as well, they can play in multiple positions. How deliberate has that been? And do you think that the introduction of the 5 subs to the Premier League is going to make that really important, that kind of flexibility in game?
It's one of the things, and the way we can adapt structures, formations, rotations within the squad, and playing with the same players in different way. To be more unpredictable is obviously that it's important, and that's why we have recruited those players.
Do you think it's going to have a big change in the Premier League, the 5 subs? Do you think it will become more tactical, more chess-like, more changes?
It will be much more unpredictable to try to figure out what the opponent is going to do, and there are going to be changes. So whatever you have planned at the beginning doesn't mean that it's going to happen at the end.
You've used Albert Sambi Lokonga as an 8 for most of this pre-season. We used him as a 6 in the past. Is there a position where you think he excels more?
We are trying where he feels comfortable, where he can develop in the best possible way. He's really comfortable playing that position. And we want to try and see what he can bring in that position as well. It's true that now we are missing as well Emil and Fabio are not there. So that position was a little bit short, and he's done well.
Is Lucas Torreira still with the camp?
Lucas Torreira is our player, yes.
Mikel, Eddie and Jesus together, again, quite some chemistry tonight. How often do you anticipate seeing them play together, and will you deploy them in a different way than perhaps, say, Alba and Laka played in the past?
We want to build those relationships, and they haven't played a lot of minutes together yet. The same with Martin and Gavi, for example, and we have to start to do that. We obviously do it in training, but to put it in practice in matches, it's important, and you can see that they are finding themselves with good timings, and it's important because there are 2 players with a big goal threat.
Mikel, I'm wondering if you could talk broadly about what these overseas tours bring to the side, preparing for the preseason, facing against MLS teams, and then just traveling together.
Well, first of all, obviously, the exposure of the club. We are a huge club, and you can see every city that we are present, the reaction and the support that we get. So it's very important for our brand, for our supporters to be next to them. And the USA is a huge market. We have a lot of fan base, and we have to promote that and make them feel that we are ready to come here. And then those practices and those tours, it gives you a different level of competition. Against the opponents that you don't really know. They are in the middle of the season, so physically they are in a better condition than you. And then to play in that heat, I think it brings a good adaptation after for when we have to go back to the UK.
Thank you now. Firstly, James.
Mikel, William Saliba's only got 2 years left on his deal. He might be in the club already for 2 years. Is there a plan to extend his current deal?
We always have a plan, and when we have to execute it, that's a different story. And football is a really funny game, but we are really happy to have him. You can see the way he's adapted, the way he's mature, and he's playing well, and we are delighted to have him.
And finally,
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
With the season starting in a few weeks, is there a target? Obviously, we just missed out on top 4 last season. Can we say a realistic target of top 4 and above next season?
Our target at this club is to win competition. It cannot be anything else than that. And the way we are building the squad is to achieve that. Today we are still in pre-season. The window is not closed. The squad is not closed, and we will set our targets internally, but they won't be at the end of the season. Will be much shorter because that's still too far, and a lot of things will happen.
Okay, everyone.
Thank you, guys.